G'day folks, today we're pitting the two titans of the tenor saxophone against each other, Coleman Hawkins versus Lester Young. Coleman Hawkins is often credited with bringing the tenor saxophone to the fore. Many who played the tenor in the 30s, such as Bud Freeman, Chu Berry and later Ben Webster, modelled their approach on Hawks's. His tone was gruff with a wide and ever-present vibrato, and he articulated almost every note that he played, which means that he started the note by either whispering the word to or do. Lester Young's main influence was Frankie Trambauer, who played the C melody and the alto saxophones. These higher pitched instruments helped to shape Young's sound into something sweeter. His approach was also shaped by his first instrument, the drums. Many of his phrases are more rhythmical and less dense than Hawkins. The tune that we'll look at today is Lady Be Good. I've taken a solo from a recording of Coleman Hawkins in 1934 to compare with the famous 36 Lester Young recording. To keep things concise, I've only used one chorus of each. Okay, here we have the Lady Be Good solo first by Coleman Hawkins. And the first two bars here are a break before the chorus starts here, where the word stops is. And that refers to what the rhythm section are doing underneath Coleman Hawkins. They're just playing a couple of notes rather than playing time. Now the first feature we have is ghost notes. And I've marked ghost notes here by the color gray, highly original. And to play with ghost notes, what we do is we play our melody notes with normal volume, but the notes in between, which are lower usually, are ghosted. They're played very softly. So we have loud, soft, like that. They're called ghost notes, and then we have them again here in the next bar. The next feature of Hawkins' playing we're going to look at are these red notes. And what he's done here is played some intentionally incorrect notes in order to create dissonance. And that dissonance creates tension. So what we do is we create tension with these wrong notes and then play some right notes to make things feel relaxed again. This particular example is very dissonant. It moves by quickly, but it is very dissonant. Every single note he's chosen here is incorrect, but it sounds great. Colloquially, this can be called spicy sometimes by musicians. That's why I've chosen red. The next thing we're going to look at with Hawkins playing is his phrasing. In this particular case, his rhythm. Here, he's changed from playing in a very metronomic fashion, and he stretches the time. This is not really an accurate representation musically as to what he's playing, but it's the nearest I could write that made sense. So when I write something in green notes, you know it's got something to do with rhythm. And this is beautiful. He phrases this and he stretches this in a beautiful way. It's masterful, really. Here on the second page, we have more ghost notes. We have some bit more spiciness. And then that's about it. Now here's Lester Young's solo, the Prez. You'll see I've put a bunch of blue on the page. Now the blue is referring to blues. I know, very, very creative. He's using a particular scale here. I've talked about it once before on a previous video. It's a pentatonic scale, which is a 5-note scale with an added blue note in it. This particular phrase here has 2 blue notes in it. Now the next one is a rhythm phrase. And it's really interesting because we have 2 melodies running at the same time. The first melody that we have are these green notes, which are all descending. The second melody we have are these black notes up here, which are all staying the same. So you get the sound of 2 different melodies occurring at the same time. It's very, very cool. We have some more blues here. Further down the page, we have more rhythm. What I've done is I've written out the beats of the bar, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4 here. And I've marked these green notes as the start of each little phrase. You'll see that this phrase goes for 1, 2, 3 beats. And this phrase goes for 1, 2, 3 beats. And the third phrase starts here. When you're counting one time against another, so in this case 3 against 4, it's called a hemiola or a hemiola. Now it might sound like a medical condition, but it's to do with rhythm. So 3 against 4, or one count against another count. It's called a hemiola. It's very, very cool. So here we have the second half of Lester Young's solo. Got a couple of ghost notes there, and of course we've got a nice big tasty blues lick at the bottom. I hope you're able to hear all these things now as they go by. We're going to go into Lady Be Good featuring John Kelly on guitar. Thank you very much. Enjoy. As the Hawk and Prez can't be here, I've recorded their solos myself at a much slower tempo so that we can hear things clearly and so that I can get some of the notes right. Joining me is the wonderful John Kelly on guitar.